and we're about to start the genetics unit. What I would like for you to do is to take a couple of minutes to write down 3 things you know about DNA on your index card. It can be anything related to the structure, it can be related to the function of DNA, the location of DNA, anything that you already know about DNA. 3 things. Alright, so you have 3. What I would like for you to do is get with your partner. So in between you and your partner, if you will come up with 4 things that you both know about DNA, and then I'll call on your group and we'll put it on the concept map on the board. Okay, so you and your partner come up with 4 things total that you know about DNA. Alright, is there anybody else that needs more time? Okay. Alright, if you'll get out your notebook paper, and in the middle of your notebook paper, just put DNA. Put DNA, and we're going to kind of make a concept map. We're going to write down everything that everybody has combined about DNA that you already know before we begin genetics. Alright, so let's start with Caleb, your table. What are the 4 things you came up with?
It is made up of nucleotides.
Okay, so it is made up of nucleotides. Remember we said that is the subunit of DNA. It's the monomer. What else?
It contains genes.
Good. Okay, so it contains genes. And remember we said that a gene is a segment of DNA that codes for a particular protein. All right, what else?
And DNA forms chromosomes.
Okay, it forms chromosomes. And what is the shape of those chromosomes? What does a chromosome look like? An X. Good. Okay, and one more, Caleb.
It cannot leave the nucleus.
Very good. Okay, why can it not leave the nucleus? Too big. All right. Okay, Kyle and Addison, what do y'all have that's different?
It's a genetic blueprint for all other cells.
Okay, genetic blueprint. Remember we said that's the function of DNA.
It
Okay,
has 4 bases.
good.
Do you want me to name them?
I do, please.
Adenine, cytosine, thymine, and guanine.
Very good. Okay,
And then it's a double helix structure.
good. Very good. Okay, so genetic blueprint is the function. All right, it has 4 bases, A, T, C, and G, and then the structure is a double helix. We'll put structure in parentheses. All right, Amari and Luke, what do y'all have? Anything different? Okay, so it codes for specific traits. And what would be an example of a trait that it would code for? Eye color. Good. And remember, that is also related to a gene. A gene is a segment of DNA. Okay, what else? You got anything else? Okay. All right, Jonathan and Ashley, what about y'all?
We put it that its sugar is deoxyribose.
Good. And remember we said if it ends in OSC, it's a sugar. Okay?
It's located in the nucleus.
Good. Okay, we'll put that with cannot leave it.
Its full name is deoxyribonucleic acid.
Good. So that is the long version of DNA, and we just shorten it. Anything else?
Double stranded.
Okay, double stranded, so that's the same thing as double helix. Good. All right, David, Hannah, what do y'all have? Nothing extra? Okay, Kristen, what about you and Kara and Jessica?
We put it has hydrogen bonds.
Good. All right, so hydrogen bonds are going to hold those bases together. All right?
We have everything.
That's okay. All right, Asia and Kelsey, what do y'all have?
Every organism has a different DNA.
Good. All right, so different organisms have different DNA. Okay, what else?
Everything.
Okay. All right, Kaylee, what about you and Juan?
Contains a phosphate, base, and a sugar.
Good. Okay, so you have a phosphate, a sugar, and a base. And what do those make up? A nucleotide. And remember we said that a nucleotide is the subunit of DNA. Anything else? Okay. All right, Megan.
We don't have anything.
Chavez.
It's a polymer of nucleic acid.
Okay, good. It is a polymer. What was the other polymer we talked about?
RNA.
Good. So remember we said that polymer is a large molecule. Nucleic acid is the organic compound that DNA falls under. And so it's a polymer of nucleic acids. Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right, Madison. And Jonathan.
We put it's a nucleic acid.
Okay. So remember that's the organic compound that it falls under.
And we also put that all organisms have DNA.
Good. Okay, we'll put that with that one, where they have different organisms.
That's it.
That's it? Okay. All right, so all of these things we have talked about DNA, which is going to lead us into genetics, which will form, a lot of our genetics is going to be formed on or founded on this DNA model. All right, any other questions?